Yo, what up, man? Cyber Supreme TV, and I'm gonna get right into it, man. Everybody already know about how Giannis unfollowed the coaching staff and all his teammates. He is all but following 8 people: his mother, his brothers, and his girlfriend, and his dog. So that also is a bad sign that Giannis is pretty much through with the Milwaukee Bucks. Earlier today, he had a meeting with Mark Lassery and a couple other people about the future of the Milwaukee Bucks, not just really his future. And they talked about Budenholzer's job being safe. Let's talk about that first. Budenholzer is safe, but a lot of people was calling for his job because of his lack of achievement with the Bucks. I mean, he achieved a lot personally, I think, with the Bucks, giving them the best record in the league 2 seasons in a row, but in the playoffs has been pretty mediocre. And people really got on his top once they were eliminated by the Miami Heat. And there was questions about how Giannis was very, very unhappy and disappointed that he would not let Giannis play in the playoffs. This is a big decision that was made through the Milwaukee Bucks staff. Giannis, in fact, really wanted to play in that next game, but they would not allow him to play because they didn't want a further injury, and they wanted to protect Giannis, from getting further injured or getting a worse injury. And that was a big deal. And the meeting today, from what I heard, was a big deal. There are some players that will probably be leaving the Bucks. One player that they announced that is on the trading block is Eric Bledsoe, and a lot of rumors has been swirling as far as him leaving, and there's been a lot of rumors about Chris Paul either leaving OKC to go to the Bucks or either to the 76ers. The Bucks, the whole time in the bubble, did not look basketball ready or bubble ready. A lot of the players, I would say about 80%, 85% of the whole entire organization didn't even want to be in the bubble, from what I'm hearing. But they maintained great professionalism. They did a lot of great things as far as social justice in the bubble and things of that nature. But they never really, I don't think, had their heart into finishing up the season, or even once the playoffs got started. I think they juices got the flowing, but they just wasn't quite there. Losing the game to Orlando and then just getting dominated by the Miami Heat. I mean, they got beat from pillar to post in that series. Miami was definitely the better team in that series. I feel like the Bucks could have pulled it out if they would have, done some adjustments. One thing I did notice, Budenholzer's decision making as far as like the adjustments and putting the players in there. We didn't see Robin Lopez not 1 minute. We didn't even get to see Giannis' brother, Thanasis. You would think that a player like Thanasis, with his defensive intensity, would have been great as a defensive adjustment to get put in there. We saw Pat Connaughton very rarely. He didn't get a lot of minutes in that particular series with the Heat. It was just a couple of players that I felt like that Budenholzer could have switched up and tried out some new things with the roster-wise that he didn't really do, that could have made a pretty good difference in that game. But, it's not really a thing about finger pointing. At this point right now, the Bucks fans should be very, very concerned. And I will say this for Giannis. Not taking up for Giannis for what he did, but it wasn't him leaving or wanting to leave now, or it's not like a punk out move or a quitting move. From what I'm hearing, it was just that he heard some things that he didn't want to hear. And he wanted to really hear something about whether or not the Bucks was willing to do certain things. And some of those things, which I can't confirm, so I'm not going to say it, Mark Lassery was not willing to do as far as bringing in certain players. Steph Curry, and making trades or, flexibility wise, as far as the salary cap and doing certain things that, he would like to see done as far as Giannis being real. He was up front, and from what I'm hearing, Mark Lasseter wasn't coming the fuck around in that meeting either. Giannis unfollowed the Bucks because of this, man. I'm just gonna keep it real. Y'all know how he is. Once he knows he's moving on, he don't fuck with you no more. He didn't fuck with a lot of NBA players because, like, far as playing with them in the summertime and practicing with them or hanging out even, he only wanted to hang out or practice or play with his teammates, which he had a lot of respect for. And since they're probably not going to be his teammates no more, it's simply over and done with. And that's just what it is, man, whether Bucks fans want to accept it or not. Now, it could be like a ploy for Giannis to make a statement. By him doing that, he's making a statement. Things could change. We don't know. But that's just his way of making a statement. Like, hey, if it's going to be like this, then I'm unfollowing y'all and I'm moving the hell on. And y'all just going to do what y'all going to do. And from what I'm hearing, man, like now I know for a fact that some of these rumors are true. And like the Golden State rumor is very strong. And it turns out it wasn't really Giannis was the one. Because initially Giannis was saying, like, look, it's not going to happen. I'm not going to force a trade. I'm not going to demand a trade. I'm not going to try to make no power moves just because the team got eliminated. But now it is what it is. And now it's like Lasseter is licking his chops at certain players on Golden State, not the one that Giannis would want. And he is still making a strong run to get Chris Paul. He's been trying to do that for quite some time. But it was originally to have Chris Paul with Giannis. I don't know if that's going to make a big difference whether they did it or not. But you got to do more than just getting a better point guard, quite frankly. There's another piece to the puzzle that the Bucks need, far as offense and defense. A player that's going to be more durable and more clutch. That's just my personal opinion. But, it's going to be some things. A lot of teams are now entering the sweepstakes. And from what I'm hearing, Miami Heat is one of them as well. Dallas Mavericks. And, it's going to be multiple trades involved in there until, I guess, Giannis sees what's what. He won't be following anybody but his family until further notice. And I don't know. The ball is in John Hoyce's court now. Lashley going to pass the buck to him and see what he can do. I don't know what the Bucks can do to keep him relevant as far as championship talk. The best trade I see is possibly, to me, is the Golden State trade to keep him relevant. Because they'll be getting marquee names in return for the league's MVP. Players like Klay Thompson, Andrew Wiggins, those would be good players to start off with to keep them relevant in the East. And possibly another big man also to fill that void. Also, there was a draft pick rumored to be involved in that. And if they want to go big, Dallas will be another good one, getting Porzingis. They're willing to send him over. If the Bucks give the word, that's what they're willing to do. And seeing Luka Doncic over there with Giannis, that's going to be scary if they get him. We never know how that's going to boil down, but I don't want to really look forward to what's going to happen, but it's going to be a lot of moves in the NBA, just period. But now we know the Bucks is definitely going to probably be moving and grooving. We do know Giannis has one more year left with the Bucks. They can hold on and see what happens. But right now, I think now it's going to be kind of like a forced move now, because Giannis is kind of like, okay, well, if this is not going to happen, this is what I want, this is what I demand. Don't even worry about me trying to stay with the Bucks now. Y'all go ahead and get me out of here, and I got a few places where I would like to go. And those places I do not know as of yet, but I'm going to keep my eyes and ears open to see what's going to happen next. But as far as right now, unfollowed.